Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Wait a minute.
Hi, this is Dan Turkins, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's a giant mullet.
It's a mullet.
That's all right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast. Double D in there. I am Phil. Unfortunately, Tyler's under the weather, but of course, we still have the Owl of Steel himself.
That's right. Justin the Owl swooping back into Metropolis to talk about my favorite Man of Steel.
He flies, doesn't have a mullet. Not since the 90s.
He hasn't gotten it yet.
Oh, I meant you. You haven't had a mullet since the 90s.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I avoided that. I had the back when I had hair, I had the new wave fringe flop in the front. I was doing the whole thing like the kid from South Park, where I was constantly like flipping it out of my hair all the time. It was great.
I couldn't do the mullet. Mine wouldn't grow along; it would just grow out on top.
Out, yeah.
I'd have like the white man fro. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, but speaking of in breaking mullet news.
Oh.
Well, not really news, but I did see someone posted a picture online. I don't know what convention this was, but some lucky person got a picture with was it Dean Cain, Brandon Routh?
I saw that. Yes.
Cavill. Yeah. And what's his
from the new show?
Yeah.
I forgot what his name is, but
Ralph had a mullet. It looks like
yes,
had a mullet.
Yeah. I love that picture. That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why anytime I see anyone at a convention, I'm just like, oh, I hope they don't need the money, you know. Because a few years ago, Tyler came here and we met Dean Cain, and
oh yeah.
I mean, nice guy, but he did talk about how he had just moved his son into college. So I'm just wondering if that was to pay the son's college tuition.
Yeah, maybe. Couldn't hurt, anyways.
Nope. All right. So should we get into the 4 issues tonight?
Yes, we have a feast of Superman issues tonight.
And we basically just put it in order, kids, because the writers did not do us any favors.
Yeah, they made a kind of a confusing mess out of this month.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, we decided to start with Action Comics number 590 from July 1987. Better Living, Dying Through Chemistry. Writer and penciler, of course, John Byrne. Mr. John Byrne.
Yes.
Inker Dick Giordano, colors Tom Zayuko, letterer John Costanza. Editor Andrew Helfer and Mike Carlin. All right. When Clark Kent accidentally falls in a vat of chemicals. That's the sentence. When Clark Kent accidentally falls. The story has a brief flashback of how Negative Woman destroyed Chemo in Crisis on Infinite Earths 10, but it does not reference to the War of the Villains. Rather, it suggests that Chemo simply burned down a city. On Negative Woman alone appeared and destroyed him. With the results of the Crisis on Infinite Earths, the remains of Chemo's body appeared on the coast of Metropolis, where they were taken as an industrial accident and collected. These substances had been inert for a few months in a vat. When Clark Kent fell into the vat, such substances reacted with the cells of his body and copied Superman's genetic cellular structure. A new Chemo is born, chemically duplicating Kryptonian powers. Oh my lord, that's the synopsis. We mentioned nothing of the Metal Bank.
They don't even mention the Metal Men at all.
They didn't mention the end of the story. It's just like, yeah.
Oh my word.
All right, I'm gonna have to walk. All right, I'm gonna have to walk this through too. All right.
Well, yeah, listeners, in case you were wondering, this is a team up issue, and we
Yes.
see Superman and the Metal Men together to fight Chemo, the Superman DNA enhanced Chemo, that is.
Yeah. See that he actually looks like a giant green Superman.
Yeah. I love that, actually. This is the first time I read this one. I missed this one when it came out. And I really enjoyed this. I thought this was fun.
Yeah, because I mean, well, the whole story is Lois and Clark are checking out this chemical plant, and Clark accidentally falls, into the vat because
And I thought it was hilarious that they were walking right over this big open vat.
I know, just
on a balcony on a catwalk with just this flimsy little railing to protect them from falling into it. I thought that was hilarious. I said, "Yeah, this is definitely 1987. This is before OSHA."
Well, this is the old DC universe never has OSHA, or if they are around, I mean, they're stationed 24/7 in Gotham.
Exactly. Yeah, they're working overtime. They're working overtime in Gotham.
But luckily, Clark's there able to examine himself with his X-ray vision, everything, his microscopic vision, and says, nothing that should hurt him, but nothing that could harm him, especially with his invulnerability. But he's tingling all over.
Ooh, tingly.
That's when we get the flashback to Crisis.
Wavy lines, wavy lines. I liked that little bit with the negative woman.
Yes.
Where she destroys him in Crisis. I forget which issue that is, but yeah, that was cool.
Number 10, yeah. And again, it should have been the last of them, but then when the Earth emerged, just threw them onto the last Earth. Yeah.
This is just kind of this big puddle of what was once Chemo.
Yeah, but then once he got some Kryptonian skin cells, it started mimicking the Kryptonian skin cells.
Yeah.
And then, meanwhile, 2 days later.
Now, I forget why the Metal Men go to investigate. Is it just because...
Well, Chemo shows up and just grabs Platinum, and then the rest of them are like, we got to save Platinum.
Right. But they go there to investigate, and I forgot what the reason was. There was some reason.
What, this laboratory or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is where they're staying, because they say Doc Magnus is telling them to stay there, and then, there's some, like, something in the...
Oh, maybe it's happening in the same building. I see, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because it just seems like Chemo just, like, comes through the wall for some reason. Yeah.
I
don't know why. I mean, unless he just has a thing for Platinum.
Maybe, yeah, because they did face Chemo many times.
Because Doc Magnus don't seem interested in his little sex bot right now.
Yeah, that whole part was weird too, by the way, where he's talking about how she's in love with him and all this stuff.
Yeah, again, there's a mystery going on here that I'm guessing. Yes, must continue in the Metal Men. So,
did they have their own title at this point? Do you remember?
Yeah,
I think they did.
Hold on, let me see. I thought I saw something in the notes here. Notes. Metal Man. Oh no, that's just the form they took.
I'm gonna check too, just to see, because I know they've had their own series a few different times.
Wait a minute. I was gonna say, what did it say at the end of this action? The fate of the metal. The dark secrets of Sublevel 9 and the fate of the Metal Men will be revealed. Keep your eyes peeled for future Metal Men. So maybe there was a series coming.
Oh, it looks like, yeah, their first one was in the 60s, 63 to 78. And then there was a second one in the 90s. And then another one in 2007 and 2019. So maybe they had something else planned for them. Some showcase appearance or something.
Yeah, maybe.
DC Comics Presents or whatever.
Russell's in the chat room. I even noticed it.
Oh, hey, Russell.
Justin, what's up that puddle of mud?
Yeah, Yeah, for hilarity, I was watching a Puddle of Mud cover of a Nirvana song, acoustic Nirvana song,
Hmm.
at half speed.
Oh, is that what they played in the Batman movie over and over?
No, that was a quarter speed.
If this movie wasn't goth emo enough for you, we're
That's
gonna
right.
slow it down.
Yeah, let's slow that music right down. Can
Uh,
feel the serotonin getting leached out of you.
Mike Carlin looks like the nicest man. What?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I
Uh,
don't know what that means, Russell.
I thought Chemo was a big green giant green hazmat suit. Is that a different? Well, it's like a big container, Russell, and there's chemicals inside, and then in this story, I guess during Crisis on Infinite Earths, he gets melted, but then once the Earths merge, he gets thrown into Metropolis Harbor, where he just gets poured into a vat until he comes in contact with Kryptonian skin cells.
Yes, and is mutated from there to become the new Superman-esque Chemo.
Yes. He looks like a giant slime Superman.
Yeah. I love that, actually. I think that's fun, just for the purposes of this issue. I think it's a fun little diversion. Yeah, and he also sprays yeah, he's one of the editors on this book. Yeah, Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't heard anything bad about him. Yeah, no.
Yeah. He sprays a platinum with this type of like plastic
So
adhesive substance, so she can't use her powers.
Yeah, she can't change shape or anything because he has her in his hand, so she can't like shift out. And then he drops her, and the metal men have to catch her.
And then my favorite part, they turn into Voltron.
Yes. Okay. Remember this moment, kid. Superman's flying around, and he goes, "Boy," he's like, "This is nice." You know, there hasn't been any supervillains or anything for more than a week, and then that's when Chemo flies by. But remember that for the Adventures of Superman issues, kids.
Yes. He's gonna wish that he never said that.
Exactly.
He definitely jinxed himself.
Yes. But the metal men, yes.
They turn into Voltron. And Mercury, I love this comment from Mercury. He goes, "I hate this formation. It's a complete waste of my unique qualities."
Yes, he's one of the legs.
Yeah. I love that when they pull the Voltron thing. That's fantastic.
I know. If which one's that? Is that Gold? Is Gold the Gold one?
Yeah, Gold is the head. And
yeah, I was gonna say I'm waiting for Gold to say, and I'll form the head.
And I'll form the head.
Yeah.
That's a great part. But then Chemo covers the Metalman Voltron with all of the plastic goop.
Yep. They're like, we can't change shape. And they're like, that's no problem. They start beating on him. And Superman's like, Chemo is at least as strong as me at the moment. So is this good? I don't know if this could be enough.
And the problem is, without Dr. Magnus there to kind of direct them, the metal men kind of do their own thing out in the field. And Mercury decides to change form and therefore deprive the larger body of a leg, so they just kind of flail around.
Because he can become liquid. So yeah, he can catch the body, and then he's able to squeeze out of the top there where it's not connected.
Yeah, but he sabotages the rest of the group.
But then they're like, "Oh, this one will cover him. No, this one will cover Chemo." And he's like, but Chemo breaks out, and then they're like, "No, if we all make a giant dome and give some room." So they cut him off because Superman's like, cut him off from the sunlight because Chemo starts reverting back to its normal self without a contact with sunlight.
Yeah, he's got some Kryptonian powers of absorbing the solar radiation and turning into power.
He starts boiling his insides with his heat vision.
Yeah, boiling, and then using that old super breath.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
It's like a tea kettle, man. I could just hear
Yeah.
that steam pumping out of Chemo, man. Just
Totally, yeah. Boiling that nasty chemical crap. Yeah, and then the super breath to finish it off. I love it.
yeah, it just shatters the container Chemos usually.
And there's a moment of panic. He thinks that Tin,
Mm,
one of the metal men, has been destroyed in the battle, but
yeah, because he was like broken into
well,
tiny pieces. They're like, yeah, it'll take time, but we just gotta
well,
keep getting the
that's
pieces.
all right. We'll just sweep him up and reconstitute him. It's nothing.
So like, oh yeah, all's well that ends well. But nope. At the end, Doc Magnus is like, nope, I'm not saving him. It's his own deal.
Yeah.
He didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids, so something's going on with Doc here, but
Yeah. Yeah, Doc Magnus is no, he's somebody put some starch in his britches that morning because he is pissed.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what. I wonder what happened with that. I wonder where they went with this. I'll have to do some research and see where the metal men came after this because it looks like the next series they had was 1993.
Oh really? I mean, unless they were planning something in it. I wonder, could
Oh,
they have had something? Oh, I wonder. I blocked out so much of it. Well, did they have a story in Action Comics Weekly?
oh, maybe that's what it
That'll
is.
be coming up here, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. Maybe that. Oh, maybe that's it.
Because it's like, oh,
Okay.
stay tuned for any announcements. So maybe that was the announcement.
And that was like right after this almost.
Like it's 601 Action Comics Weekly started. So
Yeah.
let me do a search here. Action Comics. Let's. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. Oh, yes, I believe the Metal Men. I believe return in Action 599. So
Oh, okay.
there's a story in 599. So unless it continues there somehow, I don't know.
Maybe.
So I'm trying to remember if we have Well, I know we have kind of a little crossover next week. So those crossovers were slowing it down or something.
Maybe. Let's see. I'm doing some checking too. I feel like they showed up in like one of the other books, like Showcase. I know that they kind of first appeared in the old Showcase, but I feel like they came back in like DC Comics Presents or one of those type of things.
Let's see. Middleman, see if I can find like a reading order. Yes, there's 60s. Yeah, I think they're like some of those characters were like they appear here, they appear there, and it's just.
Yeah, I'm curious because they definitely left this open at the end, like that there was something that was going to happen, like with this subplot here.
But yeah, like you said, yeah, it doesn't seem like they got their actual own. It's a mini series in the 90s, so.
Yeah, it's strange.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, the 90s book, the retcon in the story in which Doc Magnus accidentally trapped the mind of his loved ones, plus one pizza guy, into the bodies of his robots.
Oh my word.
And then later puts his own mind in a robot body.
And a pizza guy, huh?
Oh, Lord.
That sounds like a Grant Morrison.
There ain't enough of a tip in the world.
Was it Papa John's or Domino's?
Oh, I should have taken 31 minutes.
Well, I found a little bit of a Metal Men reading order, and it says Action Comics 590, and then Superman, Batman 34, 35, and 36. What
I
was
did
that?
see that. I'm not sure if like that list is complete or if that's just like a
I feel like
chronologically, if that
yeah.
story's set around this time, yeah.
I don't think that's complete. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little research and see if I can find out where they appear next. But yeah, I have a feeling that they appear in Action Comics Weekly. Is
Maybe because I know
yeah,
it looks like they are going to be in 5.99, so maybe that's like a little pop there till then maybe they appear in Action Comics Weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I put a lot of Action Comics Weekly out of my mind. Oh, that Green Lantern stuff. Oh, jeez. Hal Jordan is on Oprah. Gets locked in a yellow safe. No, it's not.
And wasn't one of them Wild Dog?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have sworn that Wild Dog was in one of those.
There's a bunch of shorts in there. Yeah. Did not.
Oh
50th
God, Wild
anniversary
Dog.
of Action Comics did not do it justice.
You know what I wanted to see while Superman was off Earth in space was I wanted to see the Guardian and all of those folks take center stage in Action Comics for a little bit.
That would have been cool. Yeah, I mean,
because they're like the other superheroes in Metropolis, like when Superman's not around, and also like Gangbuster and all those folks.
oh yeah.
Like, a spotlight on those other heroes of Metropolis would have been cool.
Well, like especially when we get to funeral for a friend after the death,
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna get a lot of that. Yeah.
Right, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, this was a fun little story.
Yeah, I liked this one a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was fun.
We brought back Chemo from Crisis. Even Chemo gets brought back after Crisis. Poor Matt Hagen's still waiting for a resurrection.
I know, yeah. Still nothing but dirt.
Hello, Noel. Hi, guys. Guess what?
Hi, Noel.
Let me guess. Kryptonite O-ring. Let me guess.
Yeah. Chemo O-ring.
Oh, no. Metal Man O-ring. Doc Magnus is like, I gotta save your O-rings again.
Not again.
Nailed it. Noel said,
nailed it.
Superboy O. Oh, whoa.
Oh,
whoa,
my.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. To catch a predator. Slow down there. I'll have you know, if you're going to talk sexual innuendos about anyone, it better be of age. We're wild here, but we're not that wild.
Wow. That's right.
Like an animal.
Ah, there you go. Oh, there's the alternate title, Noel. I catch a predator and prey.
Yeah. It sounds like an Elseworlds issue.
All right. All right. Should we get to the next issue?
Yeah. Which Adventures of Superman.
Yeah, we'll do the Adventures of Superman. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Okay, you're gonna laugh at this because, like I said, the Adventures of Superman issues, their synopses are only one sentence each.
One sentence. Yeah.
All right. Yes. So the first one is Adventures of Superman 429 from June 1987. Old Ties. Writer Marv Wolfman, penciler and inker Jerry Ordway, colorist Tom Zayuko again, letterer Albert de Guzman, and again editors Andrew Helfer and Mike Carlin. All right, sit yourself down for this big synopsis. The Circle attacks Superman. 4 words. 4 words. The Circle attacks Super. Oh wait, yeah. The Circle attacks Superman.
Wow, they could have pared that down to 1 word and just had it be fight.
I mean, why even go to the bother? You know?
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. If I had the time, I'd go through and brush up some of these DC Wiki entries. As a matter of fact, DC, get on the horn with me and we'll work out a contract. I'll do it for cheap.
Yeah. The big book of Electric Mullet. Oh,
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll write detailed synopses for all these 80s and 90s issues. I'll
or
do it
do
for cheap.
or do our own website. I was gonna say, ask Will. He has the technical knowledge. He created a whole Quasar website. So
Oh, yeah. The Quantum Zone.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I said it's so funny because I ran across that website years before I ever like met him, quote unquote met him.
Yeah.
I was like, because I remember when we first met, he told me about that website. I'm like, I was on that website like years ago. Like I think like either late '90s or early 2000s. I'm like, I know that website.
I love that website. That's great.
All right. So we're gonna have to especially walk through these adventures, Superman issues.
Yeah. Luckily, the plot is light on this one.
Yeah.
The plot is very light on this one.
It's
So yeah, the opening is that Superman saves his crashing plane, and then the secret cabal, the Circle, who pestered Superman back in Karak. What was it, 2 or 3 issues ago?
yeah. I mean, the ones we still don't know a lot about. I mean, technically we're playing them like they're mutants, I guess, because they're like, oh, he's one of us, and he's like
Right.
human.
Yeah,
He must be one of us.
yeah. So they dispatch one of their number who is called Concussion, a very large and brutish individual with
Yes,
super strength and armor.
he was Stahula, and now he is Concussion.
Concussion. Yeah, you can tell we're almost at the 90s, folks. We're getting into almost the 90s names for these characters.
Yeah, because it's well, look at that look. I mean, he's wearing some kind of purple bodysuit with like gold
Golden
gauntlets
armor.
and boots,
Yeah.
and it's all connected with shoulder
Oh,
pads and
yeah.
that's.
Like an exoskeleton type of thing. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he has one of those not retainer braces, but those things people would wear for their teeth when they went to bed. It looks like he almost has one of those like going over
Yes.
the chin. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. It's kind of a strange design, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder I wonder if that's to keep his chin in place after his jaw in place rather after Superman knocks knocks him out. Just in case, you know.
I mean, okay, so what do you think about the whole plane rescue in the beginning? Because like Superman's like pushing the plane away from the city, and he's like, "Well, at least the city's safe. The people on the plane will die." He's like, "No, wait a minute, I'm going to save the plane too."
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Yeah,
Mm,
he's like hundreds against thousands. I hate uh weighing decision like that. Every life is precious, but it was kind of strange. Yeah, that little bit of dialogue.
yeah, no,
I
that thought wouldn't
yeah,
even come into his mind.
yeah,
Nothing else. Again, it was easy. It's like pick up the nose,
yeah. He
go
didn't.
until you hit the water. You can skim it across the water.
Yeah, he didn't have to put that much extra effort into this,
Maybe it's
but he
because
was.
maybe it's because he's tired. Because unlike the Action Comics issue, he says here, he's exhausted. It's
Yes,
exhausting week.
yeah. He needs to go home and take a rest. He says. So, yeah, working overtime. You know, that's how
Mm.
it is in 1987 when you're Superman. And then he has this romantic interlude with Kat.
Well, yeah, she takes him skiing, and I'm just, he's kind of like,
And
oh, she dragging me. It's like, just tell her no,
yeah.
or
And
don't answer the
besides, is
door.
it gonna kill you to go skiing with Cat Grant? Really? Yeah.
I know.
But then there's this weird. This, see. I didn't have a problem with this necessarily with her. This subplot where she reveals about her son,
Hmm.
how she hasn't seen her son in 5 years because there was an issue where she lost custody of him, and that there was a conflict with the dad and all this other stuff. And it's tearing her up inside, and she really wants to see her son and all this other stuff. And so this is where this issue kind of unraveled for me. So Clark decides to go to the apartment of the dad
Yeah.
where the kid lives as Superman and knocks on the door and is like, "Hi, I want to talk to you." "Oh, hey Superman, come on in." And they have this chat about Kat and how she wants to see the son. And I'm like, this is so strange.
Yeah,
Superman making a house call to talk about a domestic.
I mean, yeah, it is weird, but I wonder if he's just like, if he shows up as Clark Kent, the guy's gonna like, get out of here, scram. But if it's Superman,
Well,
it's
yeah.
like, it's.
It just seemed weird. It seemed so strange to me.
I know.
Doing this heart to heart, and then the dude looks like the dude's drinking. He's getting sloshed. He's like, "I think you need to leave," and that's when Concussion decides to attack because he's creeping on Superman and follows him to this guy's apartment and attacks him there. I just thought it was strange. I mean, I thought if they wanted to introduce this subplot with Cat's kid, then that's cool. But having it take place in this issue while Superman's being hunted by this character called Concussion, I just thought that was really weird.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to tie it in.
Mm.
I don't know if we're good with getting these the supporting characters in here yet in these subplots, but
Yeah.
yeah, that is weird because it's like, because they both the Adam and his father both get injured, so it's like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, and to his credit, Concussion is putting the boots to Superman for a while.
Oh, he's tired.
Yeah. That little ski vacation wasn't enough.
Well,
It's more of
it's
a
hard to
rest.
tell how long they were there. I mean, was it hours? Was it a day or two?
Mm.
What did you think about that? I mean, I know this book is written by Wolfman. He's not John Byrne, but it's like, how'd you feel about the kiss with Cat?
Oh, I was fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let Clark have some romance for sure. Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know, man. They're writing him kind of horny this era. I mean, there's Cat, there's Lois. Wonder Woman keeps straying into his mind.
Oh yeah, there's the dreams. Yeah. I know. I'm okay with it. Sure. Yeah. Let Clark have some fun. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have super hearing, super breath. I mean, I guess super libido is not out in the
He's a young Kryptonian guy, He's got hormones. He's got hormones.
Is he 29, if that?
Yeah, And besides Cat Grant, I mean, if he was all cuddled up to Cat Grant on that ski lift, nature take its course. Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with that at all. That was fine. I thought that him and Cat Grant were a great little item for a while. Yeah.
And I guess you can't jump to the Lois relationship right away. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I love it. Kat's kind of like throwing herself at him. There's always off and on stuff with Lois, but it is still, he's like, oh, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I saw her once, so I can't get her out of my mind.
Yeah. The one that got away.
One who can take out everything I did. The one who can take it. The one who can take out what I dish out. Yeah.
Yeah, and she could slap him around some. I bet you like that.
Oh, yeah. Tie him up.
Yeah. With that lasso. Tell me the truth.
I had a few dreams about you.
Oh, I love it.
So like you said, Concussion attacks while he's in the apartment talking to them, and then Superman eventually kicks him through the wall when they get down into the park.
It's wintertime, so they're fighting amidst a snowy cityscape, and finally
Concussion can take a hit, but like you said, eventually hits him. He's just like, come on, and Concussion like passes on.
It looks like he hits him in the chin too, so that little bar thing actually maybe saved his chin from getting dislocated. Maybe that's what that was for.
Yeah, but then Adam's so afraid he doesn't want Superman to touch him or his father, so Superman is calling an ambulance.
That's gotta hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. And I love this next part where they've got Concussion in a jail cell, and the Superman says, "I've installed an energy dampener."
Where did he get that?
Where did you get that? I was expecting him to say something like Professor Hamilton.
Yeah,
Had one of these laying around, and
either Hamilton or I swung by Star Labs, something.
Star Labs or somebody, but energy dampener. Do you have that just hanging around in your back pocket, Clark?
What is that?
What's the
In
deal here?
your apartment closet? Yeah, where is that?
Yeah.
We said he installed it, but I mean, I guess he could have picked it up and he installed it. But where did he get it?
Where'd he get it? Yeah, I love that little detail.
Oh yeah,
there.
we haven't seen
Oops.
Hamilton in a while. I'm trying to remember when.
That's true. It's been 3 or 4 or 5 issues. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet. I have a feeling he's coming back soon, though. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And then there's another tender little moment with Kat and her son.
Yep.
Yeah, that's essentially where that issue ends. Still, the mystery of the circle hasn't been resolved.
Nope.
And we've got that plot going on some more.
Like I said, I'm trying to remember. I think they ended kind of abruptly, and it's kind of just like, oh, that's gone.
That's over. Next plot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Superman standing there at the end thinking about, his two sides, Clark Kent and Superman, and why do I let them cross over like that? And so remember that for the next Adventures issue, kids.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, any other thoughts on this? What you think of this?
Well, I liked this one other than the weird insertion of the subplot with the son in this. I thought that was kind of strange. And having Superman knock at the door and be like, "Hey, can I talk to you about Cat Grant? Do you have a moment to chat about your ex-wife?" I don't know. It's weird. I can't I can't put into words, but it's just weird to me. Yeah.
And when the father goes, "Why do you care about her, Superman? Has she woven her spell on you too? She can't be a charming vixen."
It's like, jeez. She's your ex-wife. She's not a super villain.
I know. Well, I don't know if we're trying to paint the picture this isn't a nice man, but yeah, it's just
Yeah, I guess.
Superman. I see your two weaknesses are kryptonite and
superior puss.
this area pretty much is.
Yeah, basically, it's not far from the truth.
Boy, concussion in this dialogue. My fist can shatter anything they touch, Superman, even you.
Yeah.
So yes, kids, the synopsis was true. The circle attacks Superman.
Yeah, that was accurate. Whoever wrote that, they definitely did their due diligence.
Nothing about Cat Grant.
Yeah, they didn't even name concussion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just the circle. Wow, why name him? That guy from the circle, man. He was quite the jerk.
He had some stamina, though.
Oh. All right. Anything else, or should we get to the next one?
No, I think we should move on to. Do you want to do a Superman next? Superman.
We can do Superman number 7.
Number 7.
Again, kids, if you try to get these in order, it's not going to work. But
yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But
talking about Superman like it in the rough. Look at this cover.
Oh man,
this is a burn cover all day.
Yeah, you know it is. Absolutely.
All right, kids. So yeah, Superman number 7, Rampage, from July 1987. Again, writer, penciler John Byrne, inker Carl Kessel, and Tom Zayuko again, John Costanza again, and Helfer and Carlin again. Lois Lane arrives at a Metropolis Science Research Center, star, to interview Dr. Kitty Faulkner and Dr. Tom Moyers, the engineers responsible for creating a powerful new energy source. Dr. Faulkner gives Lois a tour of the facility and shows her the bioenergy actualizer, a massive containment canister that stimulates the cellular structure of algae. forcing it to replicate, producing millions of kilowatts of energy. However, one of the display panels malfunctions and the containment canister explodes. Explodes. Miles away at the Daily Planet, Clark Kent hears the explosion. Well, yeah, I hope he can hear it. Hears the explosion and races off to change into Superman. He arrives at the science building only to discover an 8-foot tall, orange skinned female creature known as Rampage tearing through the wreckage. Dr. Moyers approaches him and tells Superman that the creature was once Lois Lane. Superman and Rampage begin fighting one another. He is astonished to discover that she is nearly as strong as he is. Rampage grabs Superman in her arms and begins smashing his body across the pavement on the street. Getting really old.
Smash it.
As the two continue fighting, Superman begins to realize that this creature is not Lois Lane at all. When she shows up, he realizes it's not her. Rampage is actually the mutated body of Dr. Kitty Faulkner. The radiation expelled from the bioenergy actualizer is responsible for her current condition. Superman uses his own solar cells as an energy dampener and siphons the harmful radiation from Rampage's body, turning her back into Kitty Faulkner. Glowing like a small sun, Superman flies off high into the atmosphere to discharge the excess radiation. Later, Superman visits Kitty in the hospital in disguise as Clark Kent. Lois is present as well, and Kitty appears to be perfectly healthy. They are both confident that they have seen the last of Rampage.
Or have we? Have we seen the last?
And yes, of course, Lois is like, "Where have you been? You and Superman haven't been seen in like 3 days." And he's like, "Aha, well, check out next month's issues."
Yeah. Skiing with Cat Grant.
Yes, because yes, the last page of this issue takes place after what we're going to cover next week.
Yeah.
See why this continuity is getting harder. And we need something like a triangle number or something.
Yeah, something like that would make things so much easier.
And yes, if you were reading these on the app, I know they did put. Was that the Adventures issue? Yeah, they had an annual there. Yeah, we're gonna get to all the annuals here soon, kids.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Moyers appears next in Superman Annual 1. So.
Yeah, I was going to say there's some big stuff coming up in one of these annuals.
I forgot about this. This is the first post-crisis story where Superman utters the famous phrase "up, up, and away."
Oh, no kidding!
First time
nice.
post-crisis. Yep.
Okay. That's cool.
Oh man, this even tells me the ads that were in the original. Okay. An M&M chocolate candy ad, a rain blow bubble gum. Okay.
So one issue has a 4-word synopsis.
I know.
And the other one lists all the ads that were in the issue. I love it.
Exactly. And there's a whole crap load of DC Comics ads.
That's great.
I know. You can tell what people like and don't like.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, what do you think of number 7? Right?
I love this one. I love the new villain Rampage, even though she wasn't really a villain. She was just somebody that was exposed to a bunch of mutated algae. Kind of happens.
Mutated algae. I know.
But there's a few panels in this issue that made me laugh. One in particular was when Superman is flying up in the air with Rampage. She's got a hold of her by one of her legs, and she's flailing, and she's like kicking him in the face with her other foot and screaming.
Oh yeah.
It's just so funny. Something about that panel makes me laugh
And
so much.
I'm trying to remember which issue it is. It might be like there's one issue. I don't, it might be when Rampage returns or something. But they do like a flashback that it's like, oh, when the last time I fought Rampage, and I think they use that as the flashback panel of her. Remember this classic scene?
He's probably still got the imprint of her foot on his face. All those issues later.
I don't want to say she has foot fungus, but she got her powers from allergy.
They've got a spray for that.
Oh my!
Yeah, this was great. There was some great action in this one. We got another appearance of Maggie Sawyer and her unit kind of coming in and doing stuff, which we hadn't really seen a whole lot of that since I think the Bloodsport issue, right?
I don't think so. Yeah,
or even maybe before that. So I liked seeing that too. That was nice.
Yeah, because Dan Turpin's like, I'm tired of sitting on my duff.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when they get the call about Rampage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And I also laughed at the professor, just the fact that he, without even knowing for a fact that it was Lois, that Rampage was Lois, he just blurts out to Superman, "That's Lois Lane over there."
I know, but because he was like, oh, wasn't he like, oh, Lois Lane was standing there? But I'm like, weren't both women standing there?
Yeah. Yeah. And then like a minute later, he finds Lois in the wreckage, unconscious. So that made me laugh too, that he just that's definitely Lois, Superman. You've got to do something.
I mean, you better be careful. I mean, Superman might start to get the wrong ideas and he thinks that's Lois.
Oh, I know. He might fly her off somewhere.
Well, I guess it's time to try for another apocalypse, baby.
Have a tender moment in the Fortress of Solitude.
Imagine that Kryptonian algae, baby.
With permanent rage issues.
Oh, look, they even gave you something here. Him racing to like the supply closet to change.
Oh, yeah.
Superman, yeah.
Got a little chest shot there. I like that very much, John Byrne. Thank you. He's always looking out for me.
Yes, and to prove my point, oh yeah, he's equal opportunity pervert.
Oh, yeah.
He's giving you men and women. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
But no, like to my earlier point, then Clark's sitting there before he hears the explosion, trying to score an interview with Wonder Woman because he needs another.
Oh yes, yeah.
For her.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's like, am I acting crazy or what? I barely even know the lady. Met her once in Washington.
Yeah. I like too that he when after the explosion he uses his super speed and flight to create kind of like a cyclone.
Yes.
To take I don't think we'd seen that yet in the series, him kind of doing that to put out a fire, and I always liked that.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, yeah, Byrne draws good fight scenes.
Yeah, we get some great. He draws like debris and rubble, just so good. There's nobody that can draw that like him. And he's got a great inker here with Carl Kiesel. A great match together. Yeah, it's a great combo.
Just funny, this 8-foot woman or she's getting bigger too, and she just grabs she's holding Superman off the ground and stuff.
Slinging him around by his leg like he's a rag doll. It's great.
But he has to burn off all that excess energy. She has to run into a lightning bolt.
Yep. And this isn't the first time he'd do that too. The last time that he would do that. He's gonna do this absorb thing again.
Yeah, because again, that last page, Lois is talking to Kitty, and she, there's like, oh, Superman hasn't been seen in 3 days. Clark Kent's missing too, and Superman hasn't been seen in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Lois is like, you're not gonna tell me? He's like, no, Superman didn't want me to, and luckily he wants it all secret. Otherwise, I'd scoop you again. But yeah, so yes, kids, the next issue box does say, "Where's Superman been?" Or perhaps we should ask when. Find out in 30 days in Superman number 8.
Yes. Which we'll cover on the next episode of Electric
That's,
Mullet.
that's right,
Yeah.
kids, next week. All right. Any other thoughts on this, Justin?
No, I really liked Rampage, and I'm glad that we got to see her again actually pretty quickly after this issue, if I remember right. It was maybe, what, a year or so after this one?
I think so. Yeah,
Maybe?
it's not too long. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Kerry Gamble that did the artwork in that one. But, yeah, great character, great, not I wouldn't say villain, because I wouldn't call her a villain. She's not she's just kind of like a rampaging force of nature, kind of like a female version of the Hulk.
Science gone wrong.
Exactly, yeah. But a great foe, I guess you could say, for
Mhm.
Superman, for the purposes of the story, yeah.
Okay,
And
physical
always
challenge.
excellent artwork, yeah. Yep.
All right. So should we get to the last one?
Yes, Adventures.
Adventures of Superman, number 430 from July 1987. Yeah, enjoy these adventures, kids. There's no Adventures of Superman next week.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, July 1987. Homeward Bound. Same as the other Adventures issue. Marv Wolfman writer, penciler, and inker Jerry Ordway, Tom Zayuko, Albert de Guzman, Andrew Helfer, Mike Carlin. All right. We got a bigger synopsis this time. We're going to double our word count this time.
Oh, is it 8 words?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Superman's career conflicts with his parents' anniversary party.
Nothing at all about the Fearsome Five.
Nothing. Okay, I guess that's summed up under Superman's career.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Career. Sounds like he works on the stock market or something. Yeah.
Right, yeah. He's got an investment portfolio the likes of which none other has ever seen.
He's a lawyer or something.
Crazy. But yeah, despite what the synopsis says, the Fearsome Five make an appearance in this issue.
Exactly. Mammoth on the cover.
right on the first page too. When you first open, he's Superman's knee deep in a battle with the Fearsome Five. It's the opening of the issue.
But they do not battle where you see them battling on the cover.
Right.
All right. So yeah, I mean the story opens with him battling the Fearsome Five at the Diamond Expo.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have a couple of new members, which I had forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
I'd forgotten about Charger and Deuce.
Oh my. So yeah, Superman's battling the Fearsome Five, saying every year it's the same. Some clown tries to rob the Diamond Expo.
Yeah, this time it's 5 clowns.
Mm-hmm. But Charger actually, shocks Superman, and then the rest of them, start piling on him.
Yeah.
Mammoth hits him from behind. Oh,
and then starts stomping his face into the floor.
I know.
Poor Superman. Oh man.
So the new members are like, "We should kill him," and the rest of them are like, "No, we're not. No, let's get out of here."
Yeah, because the Fearsome Five, like, they always had a beef with the Teen Titans, and they always wanted to kill them, but they weren't necessarily, or at least this incarnation of the team, weren't murderers. When Gizmo was calling the shots for the team, he was more interested in them all making a bunch of money, which is why they're after the Diamond Expo, obviously. So, yeah, he's not interested in killing Superman. And Mammoth and Shimmer will pretty much do whatever he says.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part. It's these new ones, Charger and Deuce, Chasm and Goblin Queen.
Crap bag by any other name.
Chasm and Goblin Queen have a bloodthirst. They want to see Superman dead.
Goblin Queen.
Gobble gobble.
Oh, the security guard's like, Superman, yeah, I can't believe it. They defeated you. He's like, it happens.
It happens. Yeah, that was funny.
But just like in the previous Adventures issue, yeah, Clark's like, yeah, I missed a bunch of assignments, and he's missing all these stories, and yeah, so
Perry's
Perry's like,
mad.
five assignments shot to hell, 5 stories this week. He's like, I guess he missed a meeting with the president.
Oh,
Not the
man.
mayor, not a union rep, the president of the United States.
I was busy fighting Rampage. I mean, I was watching Superman fight Rampage. That's what I mean.
Because Perry's like, what were you sleeping? He's like, or perhaps you're writing your latest novel instead of working for us, which is what you are paid a weekly check for.
Yeah. Yeah, Perry's giving him the business.
And again, Clark's thinking, oh, maybe being 2 people was too much.
Mm-hmm. And he gets a call from his parents. It's their 49th anniversary.
I mean, I guess it's so they're so completely surprised, but I'm like, we're gonna throw a big party for the 49th.
And they've been married 49 years. So let's do the math here. When we were doing the world of Smallville, how old were they both when John came back from the war?
I'm trying to remember, how long was he a POW? Did they
like 2 or 3 years, I think.
Yeah, I
it was
mean,
long enough for her to think he was dead.
he had to have been at least in his early 20s, because he'd say he enlisted when he was like 18.
Yeah.
He was gone at least 2 or 3 years. I mean, he's got to be at least 20, 21, if not older.
Yeah. And they've been married 40, and they got married like right after that, right after the other dude died. So let's just say that they were both 22 and 23 or something like that.
Yeah, so they're probably what, early 70s?
Early 70s, yeah. Yeah. Well, it kind of tracks. They both look like they're 70s, yeah.
So wait, okay, so I guess that math works. I was gonna say, so I mean, it happens. I was gonna say, so what? So Martha Kent supposedly gave birth when she was like in her 40s. I mean, it happens.
Yeah. It happens, yeah. And that's what we're supposed to believe with Perry White and his wife. Unless that just rapidly aged her all of a sudden, giving birth. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
I don't know. All that secret drama, I think, ages you.
And then we go back to the Fearsome Five, who are having some intergroup drama.
Oh, yeah. See, you see where their headquarters is? Lilith, this is for you. Look, their headquarters is in that hive of scum and villainy, New Jersey. I happen to know Lilith.
Palisades, no less.
Lilith checks out the shows every so often. She's like, that Electric Mullet's cute. I'm like, okay, thanks. So
I had a feeling that she'd watch a few episodes.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. The Fearsome Five is arguing about, we should have killed Superman. This and that.
And Charger's getting all snappy with everybody. He even blasts Mammoth right through the wall. And that's kind of where they leave this little segue. And I thought, oh, that's weird. Because the next time we see the Fearsome Five, they're on a ship. And it's like, okay, they were just beating the hell out of each other in this panel. And then I guess they got over it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you're a supervillain, you're used to some fighting, maybe.
I guess. Again, that seemed kind of strange to me.
Yeah. All this whole This whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
How about at the end of the fight, Mammoth's like, Mammoth, go lie down and watch Pee Wee Herman, like Large Marge the best.
Pee Wee Herman.
Large Marge sent ya.
Oh. Hold on, kids. I gotta knock him out of that chair.
Be sure Large Marge sent ya.
Ah!
One of the best scenes in any movie, anytime.
I know. Oh, well, I was gonna say we were mentioning Pee Wee Herman today, but no, Lil said the magic words. I hit the button because she was like, Frank Miller. I'm like, you said the magic words.
Yeah.
Your mother's a whore.
The word of the day, Frank Miller.
Oh, okay.
Your mother's a whore.
All right, and I won't leave you out, Russell. Don't worry.
Your mother's a whore. Be sure and tell him Large Marge sent ya.
And now, kids, back to our show. So then, meanwhile, we get the montage page here of Clark's again. The timeline is all off. Well, they show him in a assignment at the UN, then they show him with the Green Lantern
The
Corps.
Green Lantern Corps.
We got in Action 589. So.
Mm-hmm.
Show him saving a bus. I love the first Superman movie. He misses a date with Cat Grant.
And the picture of his face with where it's supposed to be half Superman and half Clark.
It's like only glasses on one side. Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a monocle. I mean, it made me burst out laughing the first time I saw it. Oh, Clark, that's a mighty fetching monocle you've got.
No. Call me Baron Superman. Baron Von L. Yes, again, another busy week. So, because yes, on Thursday we see the battle with Rampage.
Yes, here we go. There's the reference to Rampage right there. And this is all supposed to be in a week. He's doing all this stuff.
And then it says you don't want to know what happened on Friday. So, is that a reference to what we're covering next week?
Oh.
It just says you don't want to know what happened on Friday.
I wonder if that was the fight with concussion.
Maybe.
That happened in the previous issue.
Again, who knows? Who knows? The timeline is all love.
Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
It is a bit of a mess.
And then there's a weird panel down there. It looks like doctors and nurses getting let out in handcuffs out of the Shady Rest nursing home.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
Yeah, and then it says by Saturday, Clark has only completed 3 of 6 assignments. Perry Waite is not happy.
Mm-hmm. He's going to get fired.
Yep. And then the next thing they see is Clark talking to his old Smallville buddy Dave, I guess. It's like, all the food should arrive. And he's like, yeah, I know the flight's leaving. Or no, the express train leaves in an hour. I'll make it.
I'll make it.
Yeah. But then he gets a call about anonymous tip. The Fearsome Five are aboard the Augustus Mandrill.
Yeah, big cruise liner.
Yep.
And it's true.
He shows up. He thinks for once Clark has to take precedence over Superman, which means I can't waste time in some prolonged battle. I've got to get in and out of here fast.
Yeah, he's got to make it to that anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, again, I know there's 5 of them. They all have powers. Again, I'm like, why aren't you just like punching them into the ocean?
Right, exactly. Like, especially somebody like Charger.
Yeah,
Like, knock him into the water.
I don't know, or maybe just once you start throwing people in the water, next thing you'll hear is Mammoth can't swim.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. And plus, Mammoth weighs so much, he'd probably just sink right to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, Mammoth takes him like stomps him through the a couple floors of that cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah, they give him a pretty good fight, Superman. They do a pretty good job.
Yeah, because when they hit the bottom, Superman's even like, I was too cocky, thinking I could take them all as easily as I might stop some common cat burglar.
Mm-hmm.
My powers aren't infinite. I'm stronger than most people. That doesn't make me completely invincible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then we see the 49th anniversary party has begun.
Yeah, they're whispering to themselves, I wonder where he is. Oh, no.
I know.
They're worried, of course, that he's... it's got to be something dangerous. He wouldn't miss the wedding anniversary unless it was something Superman related.
Yeah, well, especially Ma. Pa's like, yeah. He's he's busy.
Mm-hmm. Let's just enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, again, it's like, I mean, if you're his parents or eventually Lois, it's like you can't get mad at the guy because it's like, oh, he missed this important event. Well, yeah, well, if he didn't, I mean, people might die. People might die.
Exactly. Like all these people on this cruise liner, hundreds of people who who would probably have drowned because what is it, Shimmer? She decides to dissolve the entire ship with her powers and transmute the entire structure of the ship into air or something. So all these people are just flailing around in midair. Superman's trying to catch them all.
And never fear, kids. We do get a love boat joke in here.
Yes. Well, we had to. We got to, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I was looking at the notes for this. Mammoth is considered less intelligent in this issue than he had been portrayed previously, whereas before his tendency to speak in the third person seemed to be a deliberate affectation. In this story, he is only capable of broken English. So we may have dumbed him down after Crisis. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I can't remember. I read some Fearsome Five stories in the Teen Titans, but I think that they were after this.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read those. Yeah, I think they were the ones I read were after.
Because Simon was back. Simon was back leading them.
Simon with a P.
Yeah.
I remember Will and I covered there was like Titans and Green Lantern crossover. We covered the story. It was Simon, and we just kept going to Simon.
For Simon. DC also had a villainess named just Psy, PSI.
Oh yeah,
Psy. I used to call her Psy. Yeah.
But yeah, when Shimmer dissolves the boat and Superman's just trying to catch as many people as he can in those lifeboats, and then it's like, everyone I can't reach. It's just trying to hit the water like you're diving into it.
Oh man, poor Superman. He's got his work cut out for him with this one.
Yeah, and then eventually, I guess they all get in lifeboats. He tows everyone back to shore.
Yeah, hauls them all back all at once.
And he's thinking, oh, I can't. It's hard to be two people. Clark Kent loses out again. But yeah, he gets there just as the party's ending and everyone's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
His cape's all ripped up.
Yeah, he goes, I've been fighting a war, Pa. A war between a legend and a man. And the legend won. Oh my.
But he's like, I screwed up your anniversary. And he's like, you did? What? He's like, me and your mom had a wonderful time. Give him the whole old unite. You're here for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not to throw parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids. This is Superman 78, Pa Kent. This isn't Kevin Costner saying, no, let me die. Keep your secret.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Fundamental differences here.
Yeah, but yeah, he's like, you can't take on the whole world's problems, even if you want to. Maybe especially because you want to. Do the best you can. But remember, you're only one man.
Yeah.
And you're a good man. You're doing your best. Don't ever forget that.
Aw. Good
Uh,
old Pa Kent. Can always count on him for a good heart-to-heart.
Yep. So he's all energized because the next day he tracks down the Fearsome
Yeah.
Five.
He goes, it looks like that phone call was right.
That's so funny. Yeah, he's cocky now. He breaks through the wall and goes, that number 5, does that represent the number of people in your group or your collective IQ?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. And then Mammoth goes to punch him and he just puts his hand up and catches it and yawns.
I know. Mammoth is stronger than anyone. Only your breath. Okay. Then he's just like kind of trips him, lets Mammoth run head first into the wall.
And pins him under some debris.
Mm-hmm.
Shimmer tries to use her powers against Superman, but then I love this part, Phil. He gets out a slingshot. Superman gets out a slingshot.
Out of debris, yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That is fantastic.
Because Shimmer turned the floor to quicksand. I'm like, he can fly. What's that going to do?
Yeah, and he's super strong, so it's not like he can't free himself from that.
Mm-hmm. I asked Shimmer if their typical late 80s, early 90s costume with the Indian cutouts. Yes.
The boob window. Yep.
And the belly button window.
Yes. Definitely.
But yeah, Charger's like, I can destroy Superman because he's like absorbing all this power.
Yeah, he's like foaming at the mouth.
But yeah, Charger says, yeah, me and Deuce called you because we wanted to hoping to lead you to your death.
Yeah, now, I guess him and Deuce have some sort of spite against Superman for some reason. I wonder if that's explained in a later issue, because I don't remember these two.
I'm trying to remember, were these two part of the circle? Because when Concussion was like saying, "No, I am Concussion," weren't the other members of the circle like they were assuming like, or at least the illusion of human form? So
maybe these are people from the circle. Yeah,
because Deuce is saying, "For your crimes against my people, you are sentenced to death." So I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. So are these more circle people? Which they don't even say that here.
Yeah, that's not even mentioned. Yeah.
Because it looks like she grows and starts crushing him. He's like, I'm not feeling pressure on my body. I'm feeling pressure in my mind. So, because we know, but members of the circle have tried to get in his head before.
Yeah. And then this panel was kind of weird. All of a sudden, it's kind of wrapped up. She just kind of screams and collapses. And Superman thinks to himself, oh, she was using too much power, and it all hit her all at once. And I thought, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's sloppy, but I think it's like, she was trying to do a mental attack, and he must have fought back on, in his mind or whatever. But yeah,
it seemed like it was wrapped up really quick. Like they were like, oh crap, we've only got 3 panels left. We got to wrap this up fast. How do we do it?
Exactly. But yeah, with the rest of them are stuck in the floor because the floor is reverted back to concrete, so they're all stuck in the floor. But at the end, Clark's like, wait a minute. For one, Superman and Clark can, have it both ways. Because, yes, Clark gets the story of Superman defeats Fearsome Five.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So doesn't it look like Deuce is knocked out and like Charger is like caught in the floor or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Because under the headline, it says 2 new members escape authorities. Oh, I guess they escaped later, but I'm just...
maybe
that's what I'm thinking, because they're members of the circle. So
yeah, I wonder if we'll see them again in an upcoming issue.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
remember them.
And we won't get to this next episode, but yes, the next issue of Adventures of Superman is the evil of Dr. Stratos, who I believe we see once and never again.
Oh, one-time villain. I love those. Dr. Stratos. That'll be a good one. Yeah, I haven't read a lot of these Adventures of Superman issues, so this is fun for me.
It's been a while since I read a lot of these.
Yeah.
All right, thoughts on this, Justin?
This one was fun. I mean, it was a little bit all over the place, and I get the whole drama of Superman and Clark trying to coexist and have maintained two different identities, but
I mean,
I don't.
I applaud the attempt because it seems like it's like, oh no, this is pre-crisis, so it's not like Silver Age where Clark is so good he can maintain both lives with no problem and no
Yeah.
yeah.
And I like that they grounded that with a little bit of realism that, it's tougher than it looks to maintain these two lives. And I get that. But the continuity stuff was kind of all over the place, as we mentioned before. And I just don't understand, like, why Clark thought that if he didn't show up to his parents' 49th wedding anniversary, like that was going to be the end of the world. And he was beating himself up over that. I mean, as long as he showed up, which he did, he made an appearance and he showed up to wish them a happy anniversary. Like, I don't understand the whole self-flagellating drama aspect of it, I guess.
I mean, I get he wants to be there, and again, it might look bad to people who don't know his identity if he's not there. But I'm just like, those parents know if you're not there, you're doing
Mhm.
something important.
Exactly. Yeah, and the opinions of the other people don't even matter in the face of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, the parents know, Lana knows, and again, it's like he's coming from Metropolis. The ready-made excuse is like, "Oh, I missed the train" or something.
Right. Yeah, it's not like he's an hour away.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, dude's gotta travel a ways to get back to Kansas.
There was traffic. I got to the train station late. I missed the train.
Yeah. Train got derailed, these things happen.
Mhm.
I liked seeing the Fearsome Five again.
Yes.
I had forgotten that there were different incarnations of them, and it was nice to see them kind of in the middle ground, I guess you could say, in between when Simon was leading them,
Mhm.
because he did come back later on and take
Yes.
over again. Yeah.
Oh yes, Deuce and Charger. This is their first appearances.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess my only complaint about this issue, Phil, is that I wish there was a little bit more exposition about those two. And if they are members of the circle, just kind of say that. Just say, "Oh, this is have them have a secret conversation, just the two of them, like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. We're going to get our revenge on Superman for what he's done to us in this." And then that would have made a lot more sense to me. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking at the links here. Yeah, Deuce, and let me make sure Charger's the same way. Because it looks like they only make 2 appearances this issue, and then Adventures 435. So yeah, we should be getting back to
Oh,
these 2 next year.
okay. Hmm.
Mm,
Hopefully they get a good resolution to this.
Because I'm not even seeing for here, but I know for Deuce it was saying like I don't. Oh yeah, here we. Well, Charger and Deuce. There's like they never give a real name for either one of them.
Hmm.
It's just saying citizenship American, so maybe they aren't part of the circle. I don't know. So who? I mean, so don't hold out hope we're gonna get their big supervillain origin in their next and last appearance.
435, yeah.
Yeah.
But that also looks like we see concussion again in that issue.
No. Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember. I wonder if is that when we wrap up the circle stuff. Can't,
Charger, concussion, Deuce, and Mammoth appear in that issue, it says. I wonder if he's...
oh yeah, the circle does appear in that issue, and we also get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get another 8-word synopsis. Yeah.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Oh, I like some of these like the covers on these things.
Yeah, that's a great cover of issue number 435.
I mean, even this 430 is good. I mean, even though it doesn't happen like this, but yeah, him drop kicking Mammoth into his parents' truck. Yeah.
Yeah, even though it doesn't happen in the issue. That's so funny. Why would Mammoth be at Monpont house in Kansas?
Mm.
Oh, it's so funny.
Again, I guess it's just trying to show everything that's happening in one image. It's like, yeah, the parents over here, the
Mm-hmm.
supervillain fight over here.
Yeah. Got to tie it all together somehow.
Yep. All right. Anything else, Justin?
No, I think we covered all of these 4 issues pretty well, Phil. It was kind of a mixed little bag of stuff. It was a little confusing with the continuity.
Yes. I love it's only 2 of us and we went longer.
Well, we did have 4 issues to talk
That's
about.
true. And,
Yeah,
and speaking of, next week we're gonna have 4 more issues, kids.
that's right.
As we get to that big crossover of where was Superman between pages 22 and 23 of Superman 7. Well, kids, we're gonna get not only are we gonna get Superman next week, we're gonna get Legion of Superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to get that crossover with Legion of Superheroes 37 and 38, Superman number 8, and Action Comics 591.
Very nice.
As they explain, how does the Legion have a Superboy when Byrne has retconned him out of existence?
Yeah. The confusion begins here.
Yes, and that'll be our last episode for the year of Electric Mullet.
That's true. That's true.
Looking. Oh yes, okay. So all right, and I'll give you the reading for January too. All right, in January, the first episode of January, we'll have Adventures of Superman 431 and Superman Annual 1. So we will get to
Ooh,
the
nice.
first annual.
Very nice.
Yes, and then smaller episodes because the second one for January will be Superman 9 and 10.
Oh, 9 and 10. Okay.
I believe 9 is the Joker issue.
Yes. Ooh, I love that one.
Yeah.
And I think 10 is. I wonder if 10 is Skyhook.
No, 10 is I don't want to spoil the hook for that one, but Superman's powers are running out of control.
Oh yes, I love that one too. That is a great a couple of parts in there. Yeah, when his X-ray vision goes on the fritz.
Yes.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Oh my god, it'd be funny if we could get Ray to join us for that Joker issue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
I wonder if we can arrange that. That would be amazing.
Like, who doesn't show up? It's just man. All right, kids. Ray, you at least have to send feedback for that one.
Yes.
All right, kids. Send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise, the Patreon. Join the Patreon Elite.
Yes, join me in the Elite. You get all the bonus episodes, all the perks, all the good stuff. You get all the uncensored Lilith Hellfire you could ever want.
Yes. So yes, join Justin and Russell and Moz and the King of Sausage himself.
Sausage. It's fine having a sausage fest. Gobble gobble.
All right, so yes, find the Patreon and everything else at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. Go sign up now.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
All right, all right. Hopefully Tyler will be back next week. If for now, go check him out on the Krypton Report, his own podcast where he talks more Superman. So.
Oh, the new Superman comics too.
Yes, and I believe I saw it. Yeah, and they'll do other things. Did I see something about they're going to discuss like Superman and music and stuff, like all the pop songs that.
Oh yeah.
Superman and stuff. So yeah, always something different over there, kids. So yeah, check out Krypton Report if you're a Superman fan. Check out Krypton Report. All right, now let's get to this man. All right, sit down. Give me 10 minutes of his plug. All right,
yes,
Justin the Owl. He's here twice a month at least for Electric Mullet. I can catch him the last week of every month on We Are the Night,
the Batman podcast.
We talk Jean-Paul Valley. Starting in January, we're going to get to that Azrael ongoing series.
Yes.
So, you can catch me and him every week on Marvel Tales over on Capes and Lunatics as we discuss something new from Marvel every week. It's something different every week.
Something different, something cool, something exciting, something fun.
And get on board. Energon Universe. Me, Justin, and Russell discuss all the new Transformers stuff coming out of Image Comics right now. By the time if you're listening to this on the podcast, the second episode should be out. So
yes,
that's a monthly.
Yeah, good time to jump on.
Which, thank God, it's only a monthly because Justin, you have so many more podcasts.
That's right.
Period.
In addition to all those shows, there are 4 other shows you can find me on every month. Russell and I co-host Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is, where we talk about the Incredible Hulk and the sensational She-Hulk twice a month. We also have a Patreon, so go check that out. And you can also find us over on the Tomes of Evil podcast network, where we have reactivated Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast. And we're talking about DC's Demon, going all the way back to 1973 and 4 with Jack Kirby's first Demon series. And if that isn't enough, me and Russell, we are joined by Ray and Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yocha podcast. That's twice a month as well. And we talk everything to do with Fox's Predator in comic books, movies, action figures, and more. And last but not least, my solo project, The Lost Library of Legends, a podcast dedicated to the forgotten and unsung comic book series of the last 40 or so years, is available to listen to now. And there should be about 3 or 4 episodes of that out by the time that this episode is available.
Scream at! It's so salty.
That's seawater on that outside that cruise ship. Come on.
My way downtown. Well, that escalated.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Kent Farm.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah. There's lots of roosters crowing on that Kent farm.
Ew. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. Come back next week for that crossover with Legion of Superheroes. Legion of Superheroes 3738. Superman number 8. Action comic. I think it's like the first Legion of the first and the last part of the Legion of Superheroes, and then the 2 Superman issues are in between. So
okay. It's gonna be a timey-wimey roller coaster ride.
Exactly. So you're gonna get a little bit extra next week, kids. Legion.
Yeah.
And then the fun keeps rolling into 2024.
That's right. More mullet action than you can handle.
That's right, kids. We'll always be here to represent truth, justice, and the mullet way.
The mullet way. Make
And
mine
remember,
mullet.
kids, come back and remember.
Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.